I'm in week 25 for Lyme laser, and right now I am lasering restorative wise for brain fog and chronic fatigue. It's helping, kind of reset the brain, help with the adrenal glands, that kind of thing. And then we're also lasering to address parasites. And so in addition to lasering for parasites, Lyme Laser is having me use wormwood, and so I'm working my way up to doing 50 drops every day of this for like 30 days. And so that's what I'm doing with Lyme Laser. Then I'm also doing a parasite cleanse with my entire family, because if you are addressing parasites for yourself, I've learned that you also need to address parasites in your whole family because parasites are contagious. And since I'm trying to rid my body of them, I also know that even though my family may not be symptomatic, they are definitely have them because everyone has parasites. So just in case you're watching this and you've never done a parasite cleanse, I recommend that you do it like once a year, if not every 6 months, because essentially we're exposed to them all the time. If you eat, you are exposed to parasites. That's just the deal of it. And so as long as we keep them under control, then they don't hurt us, because we're always exposed to them. But it's when they get out of control that we start to get sick. And so the goal is to never let them get out of control. And so for my family, we're using Paragard, and so this is, my whole family are doing it for 10 days. So the Paragard, we're about to finish this cleanse like tomorrow with my whole family. They've all been pretty good sports. It's just some drops that you put in some water and you drink it 3 times a day. So they've been pretty good sports about it. They're making it happen, and so I'm super thankful to them for humoring me and doing it with me. So we're addressing parasites with Lyme Laser. Now an update on kind of how I am. Wow, it's been a road, and I am coming out of probably one of the most darkest times of my entire life. Going through how bad and sick I got and how miserable I was, and just the culmination of fighting for my life for 19 years, and just kind of the impact of how long I've been sick, and how sick I was, and how much pain. The pain was so through the roof. I mean, like going through all that, like really kind of cracked me to the core of who I am, like just broke me. Physically, I was totally out of my mind with pain, and mentally, I couldn't think or concentrate, and I was like, I had to put everything on hold. My entire life, I had to just drop everything. And realizing that I can't pursue any goals or anything right now. The only thing I'm trying to do is like save my life, and the fact that any dream or aspiration or hope I had for my life is over right now. And just the emotional toll that's taken. I mean, just uncontrollable, intense emotions, just the level of devastation, and just the level of misery. I mean, there was just so much emotionally to deal with this, and spiritually, I honestly, I kind of lost sight and couldn't even see the light for a while because the misery was so intense and so severe. It was so dark and so terrible. In my mind, I was like, I know the light's there, but I can't see it. So I just kind of put everything on hold. I'm like, let's not freak out. Let's not make any rash decisions. But I just was like, wow, this is the darkest thing that I think even exists. It has been really, really bad. So I kind of feel like I'm coming out of that level of intensity of how horrid things are. I no longer feel like I'm drowning in the abyss of misery. I feel like maybe I found like something to hold on to, and I'm like, I'm not drowning anymore, but I'm definitely not above water. That's kind of how I feel. I'm like, I'm not above water yet, but I don't think I'm drowning anymore. And the symptoms that I've dealt with is, of course, the pain, muscle stiffness, joints, swelling, pain, just misery from head to toe. I've had issues with just not even wanting to eat for weeks, like kind of just going, well, to follow the protocol, I have to force myself to eat, so I've been forcing myself to eat. I don't know if you can tell, just talking is making me kind of out of breath. And so, there's this level of fatigue, not being able to just, not sleepy, but there's just no energy. Somebody unplugged me. There's absolutely no energy flow happening in my body, so absolutely everything takes an effort, and so I have to be super careful what I do. I can't expend any physical energy to pick things up or move things around or walk around or anything like that. There's absolutely no energy. I just have to stay still as much as possible, because if I use my energy to do something, then I'm wiped out for the whole day and can't even sit up or anything. It's so messed up. I've had a lot of weakness and feeling like I'm shaking. Even had weird I'm gonna pass out feelings, but not in my mind, not in my head, but the whole body would feel like it's passing out, but I'm not actually seeing black. And so it's my arms and legs get this really weird passy-outy feeling, and I just lay there and go, whoa, what is happening to my body? I do not even understand this sensation. It's been really weird and uncontrollable, and happens at the weirdest times, which is why I don't go anywhere, because I never know when that's gonna hit. And so I actually have gone out a few times in the last week or two, and my husband drove, and he pushed me in a wheelchair because I was I don't know if I'll be able to walk around the store. I feel this weird weakness in my legs. It's just my legs don't work. And so there's just no walking around anywhere. So I can walk around my house, and I can drive myself over to my Lyme laser appointments and do the appointment, but that's about it. If I can't really run an errand and walk around a store, because that could wipe me out for a whole day or maybe 2 days if I go somewhere and try to do anything, and it's just so obnoxious. Then I've also been having just waves of crazy anxiety, or a day where I'm just wow, what is happening to me? So much anxiety. And it's not really from life situations. Granted, I do have plenty of life situations to cause anxiety, but this weird, crazy feelings is not a normal anxious feeling, but it makes you feel like you're anxious. I don't know. It's a weird, strange thing. And then uncontrollable bouts of anger problems. I don't know. I think some of that is, toxic brain stuff happening, and then some of it's just emotionally processing the grief of how messed up my life is right now. And then I've had days where I just the tears just keep coming. I just keep crying. I just cry all day. I'm I don't even know. I can't even cope with the level of awfulness that I'm having to deal with. I even emotionally have had complete emotional freakouts, like some sort of psychotic episode or something, where I can't stop crying, can't stop screaming, shaking. I feel like I'm just having some sort of horrid episode where I can't control, I am just not okay. It's just really bad. My pain level has gone from up in the 8s and 9s, and now it's at a 7, and I can, with pain relief, pain relievers and that kind of stuff, I can get it down to about a 6, and so most of the time I'm hanging out at about a 6. Just doing this video is exhausting me. So that's hold on, I gotta take a break. Right now, I am shaking all over. I feel like I'm gonna cry. And I'm super weak and weird, and I'm feeling passy-outy, and just all of these weird sensations. It's so crazy to live in my body right now. Okay, so with all of the things that I'm having to go through with my health, it's also a start of a whole new school year, and with everything going on in the world right now, with the COVID-19 coronavirus ridiculousness, I'm just super glad that we already homeschool, so I didn't have to change anything last year. But trying to get everything set up for my kids this year while being so sick has just been overwhelming, but getting it done. And my kids are excited about a new school year and everything. Oh, but just, the managing, trying to take care of my family while being sick is really stressful. To add to all the challenges of my health and trying to deal with every day and not being able to really function, and trying to raise enough money to pay for all of my treatments and supplements and everything, just trying to make sure that I'm going to somehow be able to recover and be okay. My husband lost his job 2 weeks ago, and so that adds on to the challenges of being able to make sure that we're okay and that my family's okay. So it's been ridiculous and stressful, and a lot of turmoil, but we are like just focusing on all the miracles of how God is taking care of us along the way of all of this, and how we're still okay, and how we're still trying to make it, and that God is just coming through and being, just the miracles of everything is just amazing. And so I'm super thankful for so much right now, and in the midst of all the struggles and everything, I see God working, and I see the light, and I see love, and I see all of the goodness, and I'm so very thankful and full of hope that somehow I'm going to recover, and my family's going to be okay, and we're going to be okay, because the main thing is that I know who holds my soul, and that's what makes it possible for me to have hope and to be okay in the midst of all this misery. So I have a long way to go to heal. I'm not even sure how many months or years are ahead of me to fully heal. But I believe that somehow everything is going to work out. Thank you for following my journey and being supportive and cheering me on and showing me love and support in all different ways. And I just appreciate you, whoever you are, the one that's watching this right now. Whether it's because you support me and love me and are cheering me on, and I appreciate that, or if you're on your own healing journey and you're just watching mine, to know that you're not alone. I just thank you for walking this with me and knowing that we're not alone, and that there is light and love and goodness in the world. And even though we're surrounded by lots of darkness, we have a chance to shine brighter and smile in the midst of the worst of it. So I will see you next time.